Alright, so everybody's been talking about all the Dune 2020 leaks. Let's get into it. So as most of you already probably know, Denis Villeneuve's upcoming readaptation of Frank Herbert's original science fiction novel, Dune, is coming out this year, and the filming for it was completed last year. Now, this is actually just the first half of Frank Herbert's Dune book, and after this one is released, they'll presumably go on to start filming the next one, which will cover the final half of the novel. Now, though we haven't gotten a trailer for Dune 2020 yet, there have been a few set photos that have come out, and I'll just go over some of them right now. This photo contains what appears to be some sort of flying vehicle, perhaps a thopter. This doesn't look like a ground vehicle to me, though there is some mention of ground cars in the Dune books, but thopters are the best method that they have in the Dune books for getting around the planet Arrakis. It's an interesting design, and of course we won't know what it'll look like in the finalized version until we see the trailer or the movie, because I expect there to be any number of CGI artifacts added to make it look more science fiction for the finalized version. And here is another photo of what appears to be some more flying vehicles. They look similar to the other one, but not exactly. One of them looks more like a helicopter, although another one looks more jagged. I'm imagining that is the Harkonnen flying device. The fact that I'm seeing some similar but yet quite different designs here indicates to me that each individual house, like the Harkonnens and the Atreides and perhaps even House Carino, are going to have their own distinct look in the way that their technology looks, and also perhaps in the way that their buildings look, though we have yet to see many photos of any buildings yet. And here's another photo from Dune. Not sure what's happening here. It looks like they're on set and they're pumping some kind of smoke or dust out. Perhaps maybe in this scene there's been some kind of explosion. Maybe this is a battle sequence of some kind. Everything that we know right now indicates that there'll be some pretty significant battle sequences and action sequences in this movie, but we don't know exactly what's going on specifically in this particular scene. So the next photo that I have, I'm sure everyone's already seen this. This leaked not too long ago, and this was at some kind of conference where they were showing some promo footage for Dune, and it's just basically a simple logo with a desert backdrop, so there's not much to it. Now here is one of my favorite Dune 2020 photos. This is Jason Momoa, who will be playing Duncan Idaho at Petra in Jordan. Now, the filming of the movie took place in Budapest, Hungary, and also in Jordan, but we don't know to what degree Petra will be used in the Dune film, if at all. But it is cool to get this picture here of Jason Momoa because he's clearly feeling the role of Duncan Idaho tremendously. And also, another thing that I've noticed in a lot of these set photos is that it seems like a lot of the filming actually took place in real deserts. So I think that'll help a lot with helping this movie feel a lot more authentic. I think the less time we spend in front of a green screen, the better, because we want it to actually feel like a desert that goes on and on and on endlessly. Alright, so that's all that I've got to share as far as set photos, but apparently there was a leaked script, and I won't go into many of the details about that because I don't know how true it is. I don't know if it's actually real, but a lot of people are kind of losing it a little bit about certain things in the script. One of the things that people are kind of upset about is the fact that Jessica is reportedly getting an emphasized role in the upcoming Dune movie, which I'm sorry, but that makes perfect sense. Jessica pretty much is the main character of Dune. It is very much her book, as you see the character Paul Atreides gradually grow into this more and more alien being. The character Jessica maintains her humanity, and the book Dune opens and closes with Jessica. I mean, it begins with Jessica allowing the Reverend Mother into the castle at Caladan, and ends with the iconic line, "History will call us wives." So I just think it's a little silly for anyone to get up in arms about one of the main characters of the book being given an expanded role. And there is also the controversy surrounding the character Liet Kynes. And I gotta tell you guys, I've been talking about Dune on this channel for several years, and I've never seen people care about Liet Kynes as much as they do right now, because I'm here to tell you he's not a major character in the book. And I mean, a potential gender swap wouldn't matter as long as it served the narrative and as long as they didn't change anything about the character's past involving the ecological transformation of the planet Arrakis. It's just not that big of a deal. And I spoke last year about Dune 2020 being attacked from every angle right now, and this is exactly what I meant. So on one hand, you have people that say, you know, Dune is a story about a mighty whitey because Paul goes into the desert to save people of color. And then on the other hand, you've got people that are saying that Denis Villeneuve is inserting people of color into all these roles and making Dune woke and, you know, gender swapping characters, and now Dune is becoming woke. And I'm just like, people, please calm down. Because these are the same people that complain about Star Trek Picard inserting left-wing ideas as if Gene Roddenberry wasn't an anti-capitalist, and if Star Trek Next Generation didn't take place in a socialist utopia. The Ferengi were initially created to replace the Klingons as the main enemy on the show. They were literally just a society of aliens who embodied the worst qualities of capitalists. These things have always been there. And if there's one thing that science fiction has always done, it has challenged the reader or viewer to think in new and different ways, to consider possibilities that they hadn't before. I have no idea why people expect or even want everything that they watch to merely parrot back their own beliefs to them, and any divergence from that is nightmarish. So let me see if I can kill two birds with one stone, guys. Here's the deal. The Fremen are desert dwellers. They're going to be dark-skinned. And also, they're descended from the Zinsuni wanderers who went from planet to planet for centuries upon centuries, picking up who knows how many genes. The Fremen would be extraordinarily diverse. It wouldn't be like in David Lynch's Dune, where everyone's just pale. In fact, David Lynch's Dune is far less accurate. And then on the other side of things, Paul Atreides is not a white savior. The whole entire point of Dune is the damage that charismatic leaders can cause when they are trusted beyond the shadow of a doubt. Paul Atreides is not the hero of the Dune saga. And once you understand that, all of this becomes clear to you, right? And that's what ultimately bothers me about all this reactionary nonsense. It's coming from a lot of people that really don't even understand Dune, and that just really grinds my gears. Alright guys, that's about all I have to say on this subject. Thank you guys so much for listening. Make sure you like and subscribe for more videos. Also check out my Patreon. And if you're interested in mythology, I have an upcoming graphic novel called Tadia. Link in the description. It's all about witches in this fictional universe that I created. Hi guys, I just wanted to take this time to thank my top patrons: Trini Girl, Juliana Ilian, The Collier Report, Paula, Zach Glazar, Matthew Schneider, Jim Nimeth, Alex Butter, Glenn Hutchins, and Frederick Nordlin. Thank you guys so much for being so supportive.